What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back with another halftime show. Hornets versus the Grizzlies. Let's get into it. All right. So straight into it here. We got the score 70-68, which is crazy because the Hornets felt like they were leading the majority of this game. This game seemed like it was going to be a blowout early on, the way that the Hornets kind of took the court and really went off. What I'm seeing from these Hornets, though, and tell me if you notice this, it just feels like they get, let me say, it feels like you can tell that they're not used to being the best team on the court, because folks will start to really hoop, and then I feel like just get bored with it and start trying extra stuff. And it's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Run the offense. And so I see a little bit of that with them right now. But overall, a good quarter. You see your boy LaMelo Ball, 12 points. -3, 6 for 10. It's so weird with him because the other day he could not score in the paint, and then today he can't score from behind the arc. But it's still having good games. So that's what I was telling you before. What I love about him is the versatility that he plays with in his game. So if he is off from behind the arc, he can still get to the basket and score that way. Rozier, 24 points. Terry's hot tonight. I think that's something else that I'm realizing. This Hornets team has got depth, and it's so funny because they have guys who will be microwave hot one night and then freezer cold the other night. As we go down here to Malik Monk coming off the bench, 0 points. Gordon Hayward starting to come on there towards the end of the half. Looking pretty good here, but let's go to the shot chart. So we go here, so same shit, right? That's what I was saying is your boy LaMelo, the floater is dropping today. He's getting in the paint. If he can get inside the paint and throw it up there, it's going in. We see him take some threes. Not any threes that would be like a concern to me if you don't make them, right? A lot of times he takes those deep threes or those quick threes, and so when those misses, like, that wasn't like the best shot ever. It wasn't you was wide open and you didn't hit it. What I believe is that if he's open, he's going to knock that boy down. We go here to the hot man, though, and Terry Rozier, and you see that he really is scoring on all levels right now, from behind the arc, at the basket. And when you come to at the basket, here's something that we've seen in the last game that is a bit different in this game here. Points in the paint. 32 points right now in the paint. The last game versus the Rockets, they had pretty much no points in the paint in the first half, and then in the second half started to really get that going. But here's the interesting part: only 2 second chance points. So typically, if you get a point in the paint, right, you're going to get some second chance, because some of those points may come off missed shots, rebounds, and putbacks. Not getting that, so that to me is why this Memphis Grizzlies team is still in the game. Is because they are getting 16 second chance points. That's a lot. You're not boxing out. You're not, and all of that comes from this big boy right here, Valanciunas right here. 9 boards. We've talked about this a lot, and this Hornets squad struggles with bigs, and he's just another one who is giving Cody Zeller the business down in the paint. Also, if you were watching, speaking of giving somebody the business, your boy Melo right now was really bodying little boy and Ja Morant a few different times, driving to the basket with that get off me, you small type of moves. So I'm liking this LaMelo, confident out here, really hooping. And let me see. Let me pull up here. Let's go back to the box score, because my dog is out here like a defensive back. 3 steals on the night, 5 assists. The first bucket of the game, I believe Melo scored was a steal, and then took it down there for a dunk. One of the things that we'll look at real quick, and then we'll end this, is same thing that I always talk about. What does the scoring look like when we start to make those transitions off the bench, right? So starting from the beginning of the season, the struggle is starting slow for this Hornets team. What have they been able to do? And as you can see, 38 points in that first quarter. They got off to a pretty good start. Right here, that critical part that I always talk about where Borrego begins to make his first substitutions. Here between the 6-minute mark and about 5 minutes here, or let's say 7 minutes to about 5 minutes, you see where LaMelo came out at the 5:50 mark, but 22 points in the first, well, let's say 6 minutes of the game. Really good, really good for this Hornets team. They had a little bit of a lull, brought Melo back in and was able to kind of close that quarter out, pushing the pace. But like I said, one of the things that I see with them is they get too ahead of themselves. You up, you winning. Keep running the offense. Folks start trying to do too much crazy stuff, looking people off, and even with my guy Melo, a lot of some of these assists, obviously, anytime you talk about his turnovers, people say, yo, the style of play that he plays, he's going to turn the ball over, right? But we seen in the last game where he had 4 turnovers in the first half and 0 in the second half. And we've seen games where he's been able to play with the same amount of flash but limit the turnovers. That is going to be something that he has to do, because when he's in the game, they are a much better team, no doubt. However, if he is not playing, if he's turning the ball over, it just lets the other team stay in there. So in the moments where he comes out of the game, they start to creep back, and then you get this type of finish to the half where the Grizzlies end up leading in the half. But that's all I got for y'all right now. We'll be back after the game with the full game recap. It's your main man, AB Hero. I'm out. Peace.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.